Booyah! We are live on a couple of different places here. I'm struggling to. Oh, geez, I got some papers out of whack here. That can't be happening. Jeez. Welcome everybody to a Friday, May 15th. Actually, I told her I wouldn't embarrass her too bad, but it's my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday! I told her I would not say her name. Would not say her age, but I would say happy birthday. So, happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, a lot going on, huh? I'm wearing my voila, because unless you've kind of been living under a rock, you've heard that the Wisconsin Supreme Court basically said F you to the stay-at-home order. So, Wisconsin to open up. I've got some buddies down that have been crushing beers, cruising to the bar. I got some friends that are going to be at the Anchor Bar in Superior, Wisconsin this weekend. I mean, just getting trashed. A buddy of mine I talked to, he said it was like 4th of July or Christmas Eve. He said just jam-packed, people everywhere, getting wasted, just finally. You know, I mean, this is Wisconsin we're talking about here, right? And, of course, some Minnesotans coming over. I mean, this is beer-drinking country, so I guess everyone's having a good time, and, you know, obviously that's good to hear. I talked on here a couple of weeks ago about that giant sucking sound of money that was going to leave, and, of course, Wisconsin was included at that time. I guess I did hear that this case was going through the system, but I just thought, well, you know, it's going to take months before there's any resolution here, and now here we are already, and we've seen what happened on the racing front, right? Not just on the booze front. Can you imagine being the booze guy? I mean, you know, keg beer, you know, I guess for lack of a better term, it expires, right? So, like, this order gets reversed on Wednesday night, and then, like, yesterday, like, every bar and restaurant, and they're calling and say, Budweiser guy, I want my beer here now. I want my beer now. I mean, I don't know if they took on extra shifts. Maybe I hired some temps. I don't know how you know, right? I mean, everybody's going to want their fresh beer now. I mean, bottled beer and stuff probably lasts. I mean, maybe there's some old stock with a born on date you got to toss out. But talk about a complicated situation. Good problem to have if you're in the booze business. But, wow, you know, that everybody wants booze right now. So, but we did talk about that sucking sound of money sucking out of Minnesota and sucking out of Wisconsin at that point into, you know, South Dakota, remember, never shut down. Schools are shut down, but they never really officially shut down. So what they've had racing for this might be the 4th weekend in a row that they've had racing. So money is being sucked. I see John Canta on the list this weekend down at, I believe it was the New Raceway Park or the Jefferson Park. But that, I think, is going to be all changing, of course, because now there's going to be Minnesota money sucking into Wisconsin. Already has. Like I said, my buddies have been just getting hammered, having a great time, just boozing to the hilts. But that's all changed. You know, Minnesota money's going to be moving now to Wisconsin because we're going racing, right? I mean, I'm sure many of you heard the announcement. Mississippi Thunder Speedway, La Crosse, Wisconsin, they are not, like, I keep saying La Crosse. It's not in La Crosse. Give me a minute. I'll think of the town. I don't know why I keep saying it. Or if you're on here, go ahead and comment. But Mississippi Thunder Speedway is not in La Crosse. It's where the old tri-elbow, the Fountain City. Fountain City. I don't know why I keep saying La Crosse. I said that in the last video. I apologize. Not in La Crosse. It's in Fountain City. And then Cedar Lakes, going live tonight. Just boom, like that. Talk about another place that needs to get the beer truck there fast. Boom. School bus races tonight. And then like a regular program of all, including late models, mods, the whole deal, tomorrow night, Saturday. And some of you might laugh at this bus racing deal. You know, you may say, oh, bus racing. Hey, we've talked about this, by the way, One to Go show. Latest one has been posted. We've talked about this, bus racing, in the past on the One to Go show. Their best night, or one of their top 2 nights last year was the bus racing. So it is a extremely successful event as far as profitability, as far as risk-taking, entrepreneurship, that kind of thing. They are crushing it on their bus racing. And I can't believe more tracks haven't adopted it. I mean, they told me the place was so packed last year, and those of you who've been to Cedar Lake, I don't know what they have, like 500 campsites or something, but it was so packed. And remember, there's no camping. This is a regular Saturday night. This year it's a little bit different with the 2 nights in a row, but that's a regular Saturday. People are just driving there. There's no camping. The whole grounds are full of cars. They had to open up the indoor arena, for those of you who have been there and know the indoor arena, for parking. That's how packed the place. So it said it was their second best night ever. The only night that beat it was the Earnhardt night. That was maybe 10 years ago now. So that's how successful the bus racing is. So Cedar Lake, like I said, going to get going tonight. What else did I have for you guys? I guess that's about it on the racing front per se. You got Mississippi Thunder. Oh, and then Superior. I want to talk about Superior. So Superior said they're going to schedule a practice tomorrow, and it sounds like they will be going racing next week. So, like I said, just shot out of a cannon. All of a sudden, here we are. Wisconsin's open, ready to go. Things are changing fast. I'd be interested to see now on some of the national schedule stuff, if they're going to start flooding into, you've got Missouri just down the road. You got Wisconsin now, especially on that southern side. It sounds like states are all going to continue to open up, but not, like this weekend now through Monday is going to be a critical time, right? Because Georgia and South Carolina opened up a week ago today. And they say this thing lives for 14 days, something like that. So, or it takes 14 days sometimes for the symptoms to show. So you can be asymptomatic. So now we're going to have, day 14's today, 15, 16. So coming out of the weekend, we're going to get a lot more news on exactly what's happening in these states that have opened up. But with that being said, I think more states, are leaning that way. Think about it. We're going to have racing, whatever, Cedar Lake, okay? And, you can obviously maintain 6 feet of distance at a place that big if you need to. But this whole time, during this whole order, subways have been open in New York City. How many of you have been on a subway in New York City? You're not 6 feet apart, okay? There's no way, okay? So, tracks closed, subway open. Walmart packed, people everywhere. Home Depot, in that the first weekend when it got nice up here, Home Depot was absolutely packed. People had money from the stimulus. People had time because they're laid off. What a better time to do, a home improvement project. I might have a brother that just got done doing his floors. He's laid off from the mines up here. So, packed, but we can't go to, a 200-acre facility with grandstands all the way around, parking areas. So you're your own. It's almost like camping. It's like, why is camping banned? Camping, aren't you at least 6 feet apart? So I don't know. It's just so odd. But anyway, bottom line is just so happy that we're actually going to get, some racing in. Like I said, South Dakota is going to continue to go. So, and then, like I said, I did have, gosh, I don't know. I don't have as much time as I thought I had, but I'll do, let me see. I had 1, 2, I had 4 questions. I guess I'll do one. I can always do some more next week. But so we get the questions in. Racer Puka, you can message me on Facebook is kind of where I'm getting the questions in. But somebody asked, can Bishop repeat his win total in 2020? Well, the win total probably won't be possible because of the cancellation. So he had 18 wins. Yeah, 18 wins in 2019. 18 wins, 41 starts for a win percentage of 43%. Very impressive. So far, he's got 9 races in. Now, this is off the World of Outlaw website. This is only World of Outlaws, okay? Only World of Outlaws. So, because that's the only place we can really track the stats really well because there's open shows, etc. So last year, 2019, 18 wins, 41 shows, 43% winning percentage, 316,625 mulas in the bank last year for Bishop. Like I said, this year, can he get to the same percentage? I don't see why not. He's leading points in both series right now. He's pretty hot so far. He's done 9 with World of Outlaw races. He's won $40,000. Back in 2018, he had 18 wins and 43 starts for 42% win percentage. Pretty good. So 43% win percentage in 19, 42% win percentage back in 2017. He got that. So, but the best winning percentage, I started looking through, was actually his partner in crime, Josh Richards, back in 2016. He won 18 of 40 races for an amazing 45% win percentage, and he raked in 429,000. So that was a stat that alarmed me a little bit. 429,000 total winnings for Josh back in 2016. Bishop won the points back in 17. He won 398, so we went backward. Bishop was the champ in 2019. He won 316 with that. So maybe some of you can comment on here. I don't know, but if Wu lost some big races that jumped sanction, or they just are not doing them at all. But back in 2016 with Josh, Justin the World of Outlaws doing 429, and now back in 19, Bishop only doing 316. So that's a little bit alarming for those of us that love the sport. We're not heading in the right direction, but of course there could have been some big event that just moved from, possibly a different sanction, or maybe the event isn't held at all. But then the second best winning percentage isn't even Bishop, even after his amazing year last year at 43%, 18 wins out of 41 starts. It's actually in 2017 was Darrell Lanigan, when he won 44.7% of the races, so just shy of that 45% that Josh Richards did. I mean, that they're one rain out away from things being kind of on par there. So, like I said, he won 17 of 38. So, very impressive winning percentage. I mean, think about that: 40% of the race, 4 out of 10 races is won by one guy. I mean, that on a tour like that, with all the technology, all the smarts, all the investment in there. You're going to all these different tracks. There's so many different variables, and then this one person is garnering 6 of the 10. So very, very impressive there for Bishop. So can he, like I said, total number of wins? No way he can do it with the Corona, with all the cancellations. But can he? I mean, like I said, I don't. Maybe he'll smash Josh's record this year. 45%. It's certainly doable. He won 43% of the races last year. Can he do 45% this year? Absolutely, very possible. So with that, like I said, I got to get back to work, because like I said, it is a Friday. So, but I did want to touch base, say hi to everyone out there, and said the One to Go show is up. Cedar Lake Racing tomorrow. That's where you might catch me. I don't think I'll be making it to Mississippi Thunder now. It's a little too late for me to get there. It's got to be pretty perfect weather and everything for tomorrow for Cedar Lake to work out for me. So we'll see. Probably a lesser chance than probably a week, maybe. Let's put it that way. I'm going to Cedar Lake, but I hope all of you can get out to the track and enjoy. And why don't you do that? Like I said, message me, Racer Puka, if there's anything you want to discuss or any questions you want asked, and we will catch you on the next vlog. Have a great weekend, everyone.